Hey everyone, and welcome back to GregTech New Horizons. To start off the episode, I want to check something that I got a comment about by Warlord Wasman, and that is that my smoothies are in here. Okay, so what happened? I didn't really realize it as it was happening, but I think if I click on a chest with my lunchbox, it cycles out the foods. You could just see it there, the items changed that are in here, and got resorted, and my lunchbox should now be different. And as you can see, it is different. Since I want to try out the smoothies, I'm going to take them out of here and put those into my lunchbox. Another thing I was tipped off about was the slowness effects and basically all the effects I was getting here. I was pretty sure that it wasn't a boss mob, but I didn't really figure out what it was. And it was pointed out to me by setgaming.de, a Russian name that I can't really pronounce, Warlord Wasman, and Trim, that it's actually pollution. And that makes a lot of sense. Since I read about pollution, we have these blast furnaces in this chunk right here, and as far as I understood, it's a chunk-based thing, so the pollution of these blast furnaces actually pollutes this chunk, and might also pollute this chunk. I'm not quite sure about that, but in this chunk we also have a lot of steam machines. What should help against that, as you can see, another few effects should be the hazmat suit, which there is a quest about. Oh, I actually completed that quest. I think that was an accidental complete of a quest, so let's see where I actually have that hazmat suit. It should be somewhere, but knowing me, there is also the possibility... Oh, there it is. I thought that I might have thrown it out, but let's just equip all of that and see if I still get the effects, and if so, if they are lowered or if anything is different now. But back to our project at hand, now that I'm no longer dying or getting weird effects. This right here has been an ongoing project for quite some while, and we have pretty much everything figured out. We have water in here, we have a constant supply of charcoal, and we also have a tank for the creosote. Big problem currently, or last part we actually need, is the steam turbines themselves, and some generators for the creosote so that this tank isn't constantly filled up. I just realized that the boots have been taking 2 hits of damage so far, and that is from me probably falling down everywhere, since I usually do that, take a little bit of damage, and then just continue on with my day. But these boots will be down pretty fast if I continue that behavior, so I should probably look into making more of them, or just not jumping down everywhere and taking fall damage. We need a lot of tin stuff in order to make tin rotors for the steam turbine, right here, this thing. We also need a lot of other stuff, especially these motors would be expensive, but guess who has half a stack of them right here. I also finally found a key, so let's see, that doesn't work. Work here? No. I might need that spear, but I threw that away actually. Don't know if I showed that. Maybe we just need a weapon to put in there, so let's try the pirate hook. And let's try to put that in there. That actually works, and let's try to press the key that I found, but the key might not actually have registered. Let's see if this is working. Nope, also not a key I can use. Can I please just get some sort of way to unbind all of the keys and then rebind them as I please? That would be so amazing, you don't even know. Let me find a key that actually works, and then I'm going to demonstrate. Oh, there we go. I can actually select it now. It's on a very weird key. It says it's R bracket, but it's actually, let's maybe this key right here. I don't even think that's on English or American keyboards, and it's very hard to access. It's like right to the right of the 0 key, and therefore not very comfortably to access, but it definitely works, so I'm probably never going to use it. Just want to point out that this was suggested by Glow Red Man, and it definitely works, but I'm probably not going to use it since it's very uncomfortable. This was extraordinarily simple, and I really didn't expect that, but I had a lot of the materials that we needed prepared from a long time ago, unlike the last few episodes where I didn't have anything prepared. So this was really kind of a breeze. How do I place these again though? That is definitely the wrong way. I think I want that facing the back, so let's try the other way around like this. That works. Okay, let me place all of these in. I also currently don't have any fluid cables to connect it to over here, and I don't really know which ones to use to attach to the boiler. for now, we're just going to go with the very basic fluid pipes. It's not the small ones, it's just the bronze fluid pipes. I think that's the mid-tier ones, and those should be good enough. I have to craft a few more of them, but we have all of the steam turbines in place now, and I'm about to make this basic combustion generator. But first time off, I read what is written right here. Very difficult to say. You probably collected a ton of creosote and maybe even have built your first electric blast furnace. First one applies, second one doesn't. Let's maybe get the electric blast furnace first of all, and I'm guessing that is in multi-block golds over here. And right here. I think that stands for electric blast furnace. I didn't know what it stood for before, but could probably conclude that from the text here. This is the stuff we need, and I'm probably going to get that first. Mirror that on this side. I'm guessing it's also a 3x3, so it's going to be mirrored off the tank, and then we're going to supply that with our creosote, or rather we're going to supply the combustion generator, and that supplies power to our electric blast furnace. Great, the heated plating actually costs Invar, I believe, and for that we need a lot more iron. Our alloy smelter is also currently occupied. Are we out of steam as well? Mostly. Let's also get some charcoal. So I gotta process some nickel with some iron, which is currently not available. The steam alloy smelter, since that is currently processing my tin cables, which need to be wrapped, and I now need a lot of charcoal in order to fill up my steam again. I know this is not the favorite part of my base, since it's loud and annoying, but one thing I've noticed is that I was just running a few minutes ago still. This alloy smelter and this recipe in particular does not want to process with my setup. And now I try to cut all of the steam, let it build up, and now reconnect it. Which doesn't work because of GregTech. Thank you. Okay, that should work now, and hopefully this can finally complete just one rotation without resetting constantly, which is a huge problem. But, there we might go. Please? I think it just reset there. If that is not going to work, I have literally no idea what I can do about this. Because it should get enough steam. Oh, it's very close. I don't think it reached that point that far. Oh my goodness, it might just be happening. Yes, I'm excited about a progress bar completing. Yes! One more. It worked a few times already. Don't know why it didn't work a few times after that. But yeah, now we're out of steam pretty much again. I think I spotted something weird. Okay, like you can hear it. It breaks tools every time I open it. Or that might be unrelated. Also, I put in some doors right here. Can you tell? I didn't think he would be able to get in there. He seemed a lot taller. So, yeah. I've been crafting a little bit, as you can see there. And that is kind of interesting. But I'm going to stop now. This maintenance hatch stood out to me since it used a lot of tools. And how many do we destroy? Just one. Okay. We got a lot of stuff already. But for the other stuff, like the right over here, the cupronickel stuff here, I think that will be a little bit more complicated. And also, at some point, have to read this text on how to actually build this thing. And what I require other than the stuff that is listed here. The time has cometh where I ran out of materials. I had a lot of these low voltage, what are they called? These machine hulls. I had a lot of them, and I even had a lot of wrought iron left to make some more. But I just ran out of them. I had 8 left after making... What did I even make? Something expensive is what I made, and I used all of them up now for all of the buses and maintenance hatches. And now I have to make some new ones. Luckily, I still have some wrought iron left, and I also was producing steel all of the time. So that's also the reason why my complete chunk right here is polluted, since I was making steel. I have to get some more. No, I just have to empty this. And we have a stunning amount of almost 800 steel. We probably have 800 steel since these two are filled as well. As suspected, crafting has come to a halt since we need the aluminosilicate wool. No idea what that actually is, but in order to craft it we need silicon dioxide, which is just glass dust that we can definitely make, but we also need sapphire dust over here. And that's a little bit more complicated. Optionally, we could also use ruby or green sapphire, but that's just even more complicated. So sapphire, for which we need a thermal centrifuge, and I just looked at my quest book. We are actually supposed to make that, but I'm afraid that it will use a lot of power, which means we're going to craft it. We're going to try it out right over here, see if it can actually run, and if it can't run, we're going to attend to our steam boiler right away and just ignore the fact that we're currently filling up on creosote and that it might potentially stop. Okay, let's take it out and let's try it. I need a wrench though. Do I have a wrench? Yes, I do have a wrench. Quest completed. Nice. So let's get over here, not fall down, and I believe we have to hook it up right to this tin cable over here, otherwise it won't work. Can I actually do that? I can't do it with this in the way. Luckily I have my wire cutter on hand as well. To actually do that with the wire cutter? Maybe? Not really. Okay, wrench. I might have to actually attach it to this space over here. Let's give it a test. Moment of truth. Does it actually work? Currently it does. How much steam is it using? That might speed up. But we have a pretty full system of steam right now. Yeah, that's what I expected to happen. Not enough power. How much power do we actually need? It only gets to around here, which tells me that we need a lot more power. Let's investigate that. Let's test if it's just the cable that is not working how I want it to. I have a 4 times cable over here and see if that improves our results. If it even attaches. There we go. Okay, let's try that now and see if that helps it any little bit maybe? Seemingly not. So we need more of these basic steam turbines, I believe. And then we might be able to get it. Hopefully. I said we would hook this up today, and that is exactly what we're going to do. But there's one huge problem. Firstly, I don't have any blocks, that's why I'm using chests. And secondly, the item pipes are connected to the wrong side since they're over there, whereas our steam boiler is over here. So I have to redirect them and get the barrel over here as well, or the drawer, in order to inject the charcoal that we already have, which we, by the way, have. I'm breaking my boots. They are very low on durability already, and they haven't even made it through the entire episode. 4,100. So the entire thing is full basically, and we're out of wood as well. So yeah, let's reconnect the pipes. There we go. Pipes have been redirected, charcoal is being imported, but our barrel is still over there. We are still out of wood, so we have to get some wood, have to get the barrel over here, and hopefully get some steam producing. And while we're waiting on the steam to produce, let's actually put in the diatomite. Yes, very good at pronouncing things. And get back my chest. Wait on this to heat up to 100 Celsius, and then we should destroy our boots in the next few clips. Favorite task to do for the steam boilers is cutting down the trees. And there we go. I was waiting on the sound. Oh, and the light shines upon us, and we're starving again. Let's eat, collect all of the wood, try not to crash, and try not to starve. You don't have to tell this to everyone, but we still actually had some wood. I just wanted to chop down the tree and get some more. Should be done transporting the charcoal with the last load out of my inventory right now, and that should go great. Last few steps and I messed it up. I don't even have any blocks. Let's go up that ladder again. Let's try to not fall off this time. So let's put it in here. Should be at the top slot. It's entirely filled and I still have some charcoal. This is also full, but we get steam. Okay, that's good. Do we have steam in here? No. So I need some more pumps or whatever they're called to extract the liquid from this low pressure boiler, which I thought would happen automatically. Let's see if that does the trick. I'm also aware that I should probably be using the steel fluid pipes, and that has done it even before I clicked it, so maybe I didn't even need to click it. These now should all have steam. Okay, that's very little steel. That's also very little steam. All have very little amounts of steam, and I'm guessing this, yep, I was expecting that. So I probably need the different types of fluid pipes, which would be the steel types. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to go for the large ones, but I have a lot of steel, so let's just do that. There we go, automatic output. I think it's only automatically outputting if it reaches a certain threshold of steam right here. So that is exactly what's happening, I'm guessing. But yeah, it's not enough. Or is it? Is it enough? Now it's dropping again. It's dropping. Okay, it's steady now. Let's see, is this enough? This is still not enough. So I'm a little bit confused. Just a little bit. Let's maybe hook these up. I think I might have gone overkill here. That might not actually be able to sustain it. Maybe not even the slightest bit. Maybe this is a terrible idea, I just realized. And this definitely needs a separate power source, so yeah, I thought that it would need it since of these right here. That is very high. Maybe this will help. I made the basic combustion generator, which we can use the creosote to power, and that might be able to actually get our thermal centrifuge going. And if that is not able to do it, maybe two of them. But I'm probably, if this one isn't doing it, then I'm going to read up on it and see how many we actually need, since that's probably the smart way to do it. But I really thought 4 of these would be sufficient. So let's make this up just down there. I need a little bit more stuff, probably some cabling and some other stuff as well. Let's take some of our diatomite, I just have to put that in Google Translate or something and see how I actually pronounce it. Please work. Please. My last hope. Dun dun dun. It's in vain. Okay, now it's time to Google if that doesn't work. I'm very confused the way they do this. There's EU per tick, there's EU volts, and there's EU amps. I believe that the EU volts is 32 of this combustion generator over here. And since we need 48 EU per tick, I think that's a 1-to-1 conversion. So let's make a second one of these and hope that it works. If this doesn't work now, we have a problem, since then I have to do a lot more reading. I don't have my wire cutter with me. Let me get my wire cutter. Why are you so cruel, GregTech Piping? I can't even configure this now, so I have to hit this out, configure these, which is really difficult anyways. Why do you know configure? I'm clicking. Go. This is so frustrating. I hate the GregTech Piping. You go here, then I connect you up, which is very, very frustrating indeed. And then, please, please work, because I don't know how you are supposed to work if you don't work now. Oh, I think we're doing it. I might have just understood how GregTech works. If it fills up entirely, which I'm hoping for. Please, please. It's the most intense progress bar, yes, I've ever been watching. Okay, let's put a stack in. Now I already lost my interest in this. Let's get away and do something else. Just kidding, we need this stuff in order to progress. That's the only reason why I made it, and down there it's not really an ideal spot, so I'm probably going to get it to somewhere else. It's like a disco in here now with these flickering all of the time. I decided to just move them up into the floor so we wouldn't have to look at it, since I'm probably not going to change that too much. And we can always run the wire that we have down here, the bronze fluid pipe, under the floor and then connect that up to the blast furnace, where we probably will need some more of these combustion generators, since those seem to be what really gets the power going. Not these steam generators over here. But we can't really fuel them too well since they just run on our creosote, which is not too accessible for us right now. Or we have a lot of it right now, but it won't be as soon as we drain this entire tank. All of the coke ovens over here, as you can see, they are pretty full. And this tank over here, as well as, oh, it's actually draining. Didn't expect that. I thought that these will be filled up as well, but I've been smelting a lot of stuff. So yeah, we just have all of these and then this tank still. So I would deem this a very successful episode, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. After, I believe, 3 episodes, we finally completed our steam boiler project right here. It's still not running great with this right here, and it's still not hooked up to any machines as well. So I have to see if that still works or if I can actually hook it up to some machines and the sim supply is great enough. And I will have to test that, obviously. But one thing I'm always concerned about is how is my base actually looking? Can I do something to improve the look of my base? And that especially for a thumbnail that is going to go right here. So I'm going to cover this all up and make it thumbnail ready. Please help, I don't know what happened. I'm so confused. We're up on the roof. There was a special mob. And then this happened. What? Oh my goodness. Why? It's even filled with water. Are you kidding me? It was like some sort of creep. Oh yes, even more fun. It was some sort of creeper, I think. And I always say creeper like there's a G in there. Why are there so many? Are these all? No, they aren't. Why did these spawn? I really don't get it. Let me clean this up. You might be seeing a little bit more of this though. I just realized the irony of this happening. Water is really precious in this pack, and it spawned right next to my water boilers and therefore isn't useful to me at all, like my water tanks from Railcraft that generate water, and now I'm taking care and blocking it all out with dirt since I don't really need it. But if this had happened down below near my roads, I would have definitely kept it and drained some water from it. But up here, it's not really that useful to me. Cleaning this mess up literally took me half an hour and I died around 5 times. They infested my walls, they spilled water over my base, they killed me, they drowned me on water, on the ground without water. I don't know what is happening over my hunger bar. I'm just not satisfied with the situation and how it turned out. But that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed because I definitely did in the last part. But if you want to see the next episode, that should be to the right, and the last one if you haven't seen it as well. Without that is the playlist, and I will see you next time.